So she can get
Hello, my fellow Alaskans. Thank you for all being here today. We got Donna Anthony with Point Blank Firearms and Safety Training is about ready to begin speaking. Please like and share. Make sure to like and share this video.
No sleeping.
Yeah.
Get this back on here. All right, thank you guys. My name is Donna Anthony. Thank you for coming. Hopefully you guys don't take a nap after eating breakfast. I'm here with the DC Project. We are Women for Gun Rights. We believe in education, not legislation. We're seeing a lot of legislation, and what's happening with that? Do the bad guys listen to these new bills?
Nope.
Is it working? All right, let me get my clicker here. How many of you guys are gun owners? Gun owners here? All right, I'm in the right place then. All right, a little bit about my background. Is this one better? This kind of sounds...
Try it.
Test better.
It sounds bad to you, but it's okay.
Is this okay back there?
Yeah.
All right, so my name is Donna Anthony. I am born and raised here in Alaska. Do I have any born and raised Alaskans here? Couple? Very cool. Okay. Well, born and raised here. I left, went to college, and I worked for the Sheriff's Department in Ohio. Came back, worked for the City of Palmer. I did 10 years in the City of Palmer, and then I went over to the Alaska State Troopers, DEA Drug Task Force, where I worked drugs throughout the state of Alaska, and I worked terrorism cases. I got into line of duty years ago, had to medically retire, and I own a company called Point Blank Firearms and Self-Defense Training. Back then, there wasn't too many women firearms instructors, but I traveled nationally with USCCA, Firearms Women in America, Girl in a Gun, and we are teaching women how to use guns, right? Because back in the days, there was always a guy shooting. Well, now the women are shooting with the guys. So the biggest market right now is women buying firearms. So good job, ladies. I have a lot of training. I was a school resource officer, Captain SWAT. Had a great career. And then recently, I'm back in law enforcement right now. So it's interesting from when I retired to what I'm seeing now. The drugs have increased since I've left. The crime has increased. And this no bail, let the criminal right back out is not working. So I won't preach about anything else. I have a quick video to talk about what the DC Project is about. Maybe. Like this.
But women from every demographic. We come from all different walks of life, but we are united in preserving our Second Amendment rights. As we share our experiences, we push back against gun control lies and oppose those who demand our rights be restricted.
As an immigrant from Venezuela, I saw how easy it was for freedom to die. My family and I watched tyranny destroy our people. In Venezuela, the media, celebrities, and politicians repeated the same anti-gun messages until people found it normal and acceptable to give up their freedoms. The reality is, none of it is normal or acceptable. Hungry and helpless, Venezuelans are now unable to protect themselves. Now, as a proud American, I am determined to guard against the same things happening here.
We constantly hear about common sense gun control, like universal background checks, banning assault weapons, ghost guns, high-capacity magazines, and gun show loopholes. Every city that is facing massive crime waves has put these policies into place. Common sense tells me that they don't work. So why do people still believe the idea that those policies...
Technology, sorry you guys. I don't know why it's doing that.
We need a teenager. We need a teenager.
Alright, we're gonna skip it then.
Very calm. She's on the internet.
All right, so the DC project is a bunch of ladies, when it first started, was women from all 50 states. We were going down to DC and meeting with our congressmen and women, saying gun rights do matter to us. How many of you guys have heard of Moms Demand Action? Have you guys heard of them? Okay, they're here in Alaska now. They're going to be in Juneau, but we'll go over that. So, why are gun rights so important to us? And you guys are going to get involved. We're not just going to sit here. Why are gun rights important to you? Speak up.
Protect our families.
Protect your family. What else?
Second Amendment. Right.
Second Amendment.
Yeah.
What else?
Protect our property.
Your property?
Protect us against tyranny.
Okay, absolutely. Do we see that now more than ever?
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about this. The reason why most should carry is because evil exists. Do we agree? Are we seeing evil out there?
Yes.
Okay, that's one reason. Is my life and my family worth defending? Yes. What is a typical response for law enforcement now? So if you're not in the city of Palmer and Wasilla, what's the response when you call 911? How long is it going to take you guys?
35 to 40 minutes.
Okay. Nothing against law enforcement. We're short-handed out here. We really are. But who's your first responder? Yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to know what the laws are and how you can protect yourself and your family, right? Do you trust yourself more than you trust the government now?
Yeah.
All right, now here's some voices back there. All right, did you take the time to learn and practice to use your handgun?
Yeah.
If you haven't, you need to, right? One thing I see the most is I'll have people take a class saying, well, I just want my permit so I can carry in other states, but they don't know what the laws are. They don't know the fundamentals of a handgun. So if you don't know those things, you shouldn't be carrying. Okay, you're in danger. We want good, law-abiding citizens, right? If you do one bad thing, it looks bad on all of us. The criminals are doing good for themselves, right? All right, no one knows when and where the violence will occur. Has violence increased in our state?
Yes.
Yes? Are you seeing that?
Yep.
We'll see that if you go to Anchorage, you get your vehicle, immediately you need to lock your door. That's what's happening. People are trying to jump in and rob you and take your money and everything else. So this is happening in Anchorage. I haven't heard it out here, but yesterday my Cadillac Converter got stolen from my RV. So, yeah. But the crime is here, you guys. We're all going to be victims of something. But we have to be prepared for it, correct? There's always someone stronger and faster. We're all getting older now, right? So I know in law enforcement I'd love to chase. Now I just get your license plate and I'll catch up with you. Right? All right. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Have you guys ever been in that kind of position? It's like, I should have had it. All right, here's number one, right? It's our constitutional right given by our forefathers. Can Congress or legislators take those rights away? Are they trying to?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody said domestic tyranny back there, right? Who was it? Good job. All right. Cave family back there. All right. So I used to teach this a long time ago. I didn't think, probably back in 2014, this wasn't such a big thing, but it is now when we talk about this. So should we be worried about protecting from domestic tyranny? Yes. Should we?
Absolutely.
All right. The Second Amendment was specifically for the purpose should our government overstep their bounds. You've seen this. Government should fear the people. The people should not fear the government. Right? This is by Alan Moore. Now I'm going to test you. All right? Anyone know what the forgotten battle is in Alaska? Raise your hand.
Oh.
Wow.
Forgotten that.
Yeah. So when I used to teach this in our law section for the firearms class, this is kind of important because it was history. We're going to look at this history now, and is it going to apply with us now, what's coming? All right, World War II. Remember Pearl Harbor, right? Did you guys know we were attacked here in Alaska? At 2? Okay. So World War II, far and wide, touching a array of countries across the world. Most were unaware, though. These were affected here in Alaska. We had the Aleutian Island Campaign, 1942. The Japanese attacked the Alaskan islands. It took the U.S. and Canada to almost a year to drive them off. You have to watch some of the videos. It's amazing and what we went through back in 1942. Were we a state at that time? No. Okay. Why did the Japanese take these islands in the first place? I'm hearing strategic. Is that an issue today, strategically?
Yes.
All right, at first it was control the Pacific Ocean and the transportation. What we have now is the Arctic. Are you guys hearing about the Arctic issues? Do not pay attention. Part of the Homeland Security Arctic strategic planning. We've got China, Russia really pushing, so the ice is melting up there. Everyone's fighting for the waters and controlling it for fishing, military, oil, all of it. So that's changing. Additionally, the Japanese wanted to prevent the U.S. from launching an assault from Alaska. They also wanted the area, should they decide to attack the lower U.S., right? So it's a strategic place here in Alaska, and then attacking the mainland. Now this one here I highlighted. This is one of my favorite quotes. This is by U.S. General Billy Mitchell, stated to U.S. Congress, "I believe in the future, whoever holds Alaska will hold the world. I think it's the most important strategic plan in the world. Place in the world." And that was 1935. What do we think of Alaska now?
Still
It's pretty important. We didn't know about the oil, the gold, 1935. What do we have now that we know about?
Oil, gas, gold,
Lots of minerals, everything. Okay. And we're positioned. So that sometimes we forget this is the forgotten battle. If you don't know it, you should know the history in Alaska. With the U.S. or with the DC project, we have to sit here and fight a group called Mom Demand Action. And they're funded by Bloomberg funding. They have millions of dollars to go all over, and they started because of the Sandy Hook shooting. Do you guys remember that? So they took that, and they got money from Bloomberg funding, and they're all over saying how we want to restrict guns and the gun rights and take guns from us. I can tell you, I teach active shooter, and most of the time we need to be looking at some mental health issues. A lot of it's mental. If you ever heard of Lieutenant Dave Grossman, anyone ever heard of Lieutenant Dave Grossman? He's a guest speaker. He wrote many books on youth and in the schools, and I saw him in 1999, and he talked about how our youth are being desensitized because of violent video games and the violent movies. Are you seeing that from 99 to now? Are these kids desensitized? Then we have COVID, and then we have them on lockdown, and then we have them on social media. Okay? So, DC Project, we don't have much money. We're a nonprofit. But we have a lot of ladies that are joining, especially in Alaska. We just started the chapter. So we have our structure. So we're the blue ones. So here's Alaska in the north. Every year we go to DC. We didn't go obviously because of COVID. So in 2017, and then I went just in September. It was crazy. No, I didn't wear a mask. But just to get in to go see our own congressmen, men and women, you had to make appointments, you had to be escorted. It was just crazy. That's been lifted. But so we go down there, we speak to our men and women, and how we broke up this year is in groups. So I was put in the group for California. It was very interesting. California, Washington, Oregon, and Alaska. So the ladies I had with me, they're congressmen and women, don't come and sit down, and they don't want to speak to them. They normally send their aides, right? They're just listening to us. We get to Alaska, the doors are open, come on in. I'll show you the photos. So this is us, we're traveling around, we're speaking. So we went to see Dan Sullivan. He spent like an hour with my ladies from California, Washington, and Oregon. They were shocked that he was sitting down. Then he had to go vote, come back to stay. And we stayed and came back and kept talking to us. So that was awesome, because it's gun related, right? So very supportive. Lisa Markowski, same thing. When it comes to guns, very supportive. So we appreciate that. And then this was in 2017. Here I have, this lady's from Montana, South Carolina, Texas, and she's from Mississippi. When they met Don Young, open doors, dead animals all over the walls, and he's like, come on in. Anything about guns, he was willing to listen to us, right? So I'm lucky coming from Alaska, and I normally don't think we have any issues here when it comes to gun stuff, but we are starting to see Moms Demand Action come into Juneau, so I'll talk about that. We were just in DC, like I said, in September, And there, we did some fundraising, and of course, we had all these great people. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she was part of the DC project with us, and she left that to run for Congress, and she's amazing. I love her. How many of you guys have heard of Dick Holler? Do you know who he is? This gentleman right here. This man here has been fighting for our gun rights. So in 2008, it was a big case in DC and Heller. It's a landmark decision, Supreme Court of the United States. It was ruled that the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects individuals' rights to keep and bear arms. Because in DC, they're trying not to let them carry, not to have guns in their home, and he won it. So it's a big decision. Every year, we travel to raise money. I'm going to try to do this in Alaska. Hopefully you guys can join us, right? So this is Jerry Mitlick. Any young people know who Jerry Mitlick is? Yes. Amazing shooter. Anyhow, they want to come up to Alaska. We want to do some fundraising and raise money because can we just drive to our capital here in Alaska? So all the ladies in the lower 48, when I tell them, I can't just drive to the capital, I got to raise money to fly a group of us. How much is that going to cost? We're going to raise some money. All right, so we do that, fundraising. And here for Alaska, if you would like to join us, and you want to get involved, please do. Right now, we got House Bill 61. Have you guys heard of this one? This is for Alaska right now. So this is by Kathy Tilton, and basically during a disaster emergency declared, basically you can't stop selling guns, can't stop selling ammo. This was happening in the lower 48 during COVID-19. I was in Texas when this happened. We were all struggling to buy ammo, let alone buy guns, okay? This is a way to control us, not buy anything. So they've got this bill here, call and support it, that during a disaster, they can't stop you from buying ammo or buying guns. You have the right to protect yourself, right? And the ones that have sponsored this, we get McCabe, Vance, Johnson, Carpenter, Wright, Rauscher, McKay, Conk, and Sadler. The hearing will be March 16th. So if you can call in or write letters to support this bill, please do. This is for your right during a disaster. Nobody's going to stop you from buying your guns or your ammo to protect your family.
Bill number?
HB 61. Again, that's going to be March 16th, Thursday, 8 a.m. So this is one we do want to support. This is Moms Demand Action. Last year when I was in Juneau for another topic, myself and another lady from the NRA, we were just happened to be there, and they did this presentation to lock our guns up in our home. Did you guys see this last year? You're not hearing much about it. We were lucky we were there. So they did this presentation trying to get it past that you need to have your guns locked up in your home. So what do you going to tell the bad guy? Hold on, bad guy. I have to go and lock my guns. It didn't go anywhere, but they're trying to lock our guns up in our own home. So you guys need to pay attention. Supposedly they just came to Juneau, and they are trying to make sure this bill doesn't pass. I want to bring this up with the Crime Prevention Research has issued a study showing most mass shootings happen in gun-free zones. Did you know that?
Yes.
97%, 97.8% of shootings occur in gun-free zones. What does that tell the bad guy? There's no guns, right?
Easy target.
So do gun-free zones work? Okay. Do we have any gun law issues in Alaska that we want to talk about? How about when we are out there arresting somebody who stole a vehicle and they have a stolen gun? That's normally a Class C. So what's happening with that? They have drugs, stolen gun, Class C.
It's dismissed.
Dismissed or plea bargain. So if it gets plea bargain, it goes down to misdemeanor A. So if I catch them the next day, because they're out the next day, am I catching them as a felony in possession? No. So I'd like to see the legislators change that to a Class B. So when they do plea bargain it will be a Class C, and then we catch them as a felon in possession of a gun. So those are some of the issues I see, but bad guys don't follow laws, right? I want to thank, I know I only got 20 minutes, I want to thank our local support here. We've got our mayor, we have Palin, Showers, Kathy Tilton, she's taken many classes. We've got Sarah Vance down in Homer. We got Jamie, we got all these people here have been fantastic in supporting women in the Second Amendment, okay? If you'd like to join us, please do, but pay attention, they're coming after your gun rights. And vote, so we can make a change. For the school stuff, with our guns, you have to vote. Without any questions. All right, thank you.
One question.
What do you, how do you feel about, I think it's called the hero gun, it's non-lethal.
I don't know about that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is, it shoots?
Yeah, it shoots the pepper spray.
Yeah.
Oh,
Either
that's
pellets or
less lethal. You
projectiles.
can use it.
Yeah.
So when you can only use deadly force when you're in fear for yourself or others, and it has to be an immediate threat. So can we shoot over property in the state of Alaska? No, but you can use less lethal force to stop it. Okay, you can't use deadly force. So it's another option, but I don't know that one though. So just know what the laws are. You need to know what the laws are and what you can and can't do. Can you shoot them and drag them in your house? No, and I hear that all the time at a gun shop or gun shows. I'll just shoot them and drag them in the house. Well, what'd you just do? Tamper with evidence. Okay? So just know your gun laws. Be responsible, armed citizens, right? And then watch some of these bills out here. We have so many bills, but it's more against us. Not the criminals aren't going to follow these new laws. They're not going to. And you guys can sit there and do all you want, but they're getting the stolen guns off the street. They're not going to do a background check. Stolen gun, all the burglaries you see, they're stealing the guns from the burglaries and they're pawning them or selling them to their next drug buddy. So they're not doing a background check. So you can legislate all you want, they're still going to get stolen guns. Any other questions?
Are you asking us then to join the DC project?
If you want to get involved and fight for your Second Amendment, absolutely, yeah. We just brought the chapter to Alaska. We realized we were going to DC, and as you can see, California, Oregon, Washington, they don't want to talk to me, but we need to go to the local level. And in the lower 48, our DC project members are really, really busy, and I haven't been in Alaska, but recently, the last 2 years, Moms Demand Action is coming up here, and they're trying to push the same bills in the lower 48 as they do here. They have the funding to fly the people here. And we're not aware of it, but we're starting to see it now. Okay, so just be aware, they are coming here. I mean, just to lock up your guns in your own house, that's just crazy. So, some crazy bills. Yes, ma'am.
What does a DC project membership cost and when do you meet?
It's free.
Free?
It's free and you volunteer. Can you believe that? We're not taking your money.
Are you gonna
We want to donate. To fly to Juneau. Yeah.
Cards on the tables.
Yeah. Cards on the tables, and I won't take any more time. I know you got something.
go ahead.
Okay.
People have more questions. We
Yeah.
Do you have local meetings?
Yes, we will start having local meetings. I now am going to have to do it once a month because what Moms Demand Action is now doing and coming into our state, we're going to have to activate as women here and fight. So, basically the men have always fought for our Second Amendment, right? Now it's time for the women to stand up and fight with the men. We are not going to lose our Second Amendment because, you know, if the men are gone or in a war or whatever, who's protecting you and the family? You need to know how to protect yourself.
Or
you
if
need
you're
to
a woman living alone?
Absolutely, we see it all the time. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
have extra cards? Because I don't think we got cards on the
We have some over here too.
Okay.
Yeah.
super. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, get trained, go take firearms classes. You know, if a car pulls out in front of you, do you have to think about, oh, I need to move my leg and hit the brake and stop? Do you have to think about it?
Nope.
Okay, you just hit the brake, you just do it, right? So if something happens and somebody's breaking your house, you should have a plan, you should know what to do, what you're gonna do, right? You need to have a plan. You need to be, like, do I take the safety off, do I not take the safety off? You should be past that. Okay, you need to be comfortable with your handgun. Yes, ma'am. Ah, I love it. Thank you. Good. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, guys. Thanks for supporting us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, I will say if there's any ladies here tonight or today that would like to join us on March 31st, we pretty much have committed to that date. We're doing another women's basic pistol class, and 13 of us were there in February, and we just
loved it so much, we were ready to book another class like right away. So if anybody's interested in joining us, you can just put your name up here, and I'd love to contact you and let you know the information about that. Oh,
All right, you guys, thank you guys all out there for joining us here tonight. We really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, make sure you share this. We can find this on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Politadick.com when we're live. You can always rewatch it again on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, and Rumble within the next day or so. It'll be over there. Help us grow. Go to our website, Politadick.com. Please click that support button. All proceeds go right back into making sure we can be at events like this one, streaming what mainstream media doesn't want us to know. Once again, like, share. Thank you guys all for being here. Don't forget to notify. We appreciate that. Thank you all once again.
And